Hello everyone, so my name is Arrane Selvamogan and I've come from Leicester NHS Trust, and I'll be doing a presentation on assessing the quality and readability of AI chatbot responses to frequently asked questions about basal cell carcinoma. So this paper was published last year in Clinical Surgical Oncology, and the full reference is at the bottom of this slide. So basal cell carcinoma is the most common skin cancer on the planet. 3.6 million new cases every year in the US alone. It's driven almost entirely by chronic UV exposure from the sun or even tanning beds. While it is locally destructive, it almost never metastasizes, so the prognosis is excellent when caught early. So importantly for today's ophthalmology audience, periocular BCC accounts for roughly 10% of all cases and carries real risks of visual and functional morbidity if it's not managed promptly. Patients naturally want clear answers about causes, symptoms, treatment, and prevention. So nowadays, they're not just asking us in clinic, they're turning to Google, the internet, but also AI at the moment. But we know that there are big concerns around accuracy, clarity, and accountability. The health literacy crisis as well makes this even more urgent. So AMA and the National Institute of Health both say that patient materials should be at or below a 6th grade reading level, yet most of what's out there is a bit harder than that. And that gap leads to poorer outcomes. Until our study, no one had specifically looked at how well AI chatbots handle questions for basal cell carcinoma. So our aim was straightforward: to evaluate both the readability and the quality of information from the responses from 4 popular AI chatbots to 8 real-world frequently asked questions about basal cell carcinoma. These questions shown in the table came straight from public health websites and Google Trends data. They cover everything from what is basal cell carcinoma right down to the survival rates. We asked the chatbots exactly as a patient would, with no extra prompting. So we tested 4 widely used models on 4th of May 2025, so tech has changed since then, and it was done in a single session with default settings. So ChatGPT-4 from OpenAI, Gemini 2.5 from Google, Grok 3 from xAI, and DeepSeek R1 from DeepSeek AI. Everything was public data only, so no ethics approval was needed for this. We use 3 validated tools. So first, a modified discern instrument. So it has 8 criteria of the original validated tool, and it's scored out of 40. We categorize results as poor, fair, or good. Second, the global quality score, which is a simple 1 to 5, holistic, excellent for patient use rating. Third, standard readability metrics, so the Flesch reading ease score. So the higher the score, the easier it is to read, and the Flesch Kincaid grade level. So 2 independent clinicians scored every response, blind to which chatbot produced it. We use British Association of Dermatologists, DermNet, BMJ best practice as a reference standard. Inter-rater reliability was excellent. So Discern ICC was 0.988 and GQS ICC 0.796, and all statistics were run in RStudio. So let's start with readability, because this is what patients normally experience. As you can see, responses range from fairly difficult, so ChatGPT at 52.5 and Gemini at 50, to bordering at difficult for Grok and DeepSeek. ChatGPT was the easiest overall, with a mean FRES of 52.5 and FKGL of 8.49. Crucially, none of the 4 chatbots reached the recommended 6th grade level, and when we ran the statistics, there were no significant differences between the models. So readability was broadly similar across the board, but still too high for the population. Now the quality scores. So this is where we saw clear differences. So the Kruskal-Wallis test showed a highly significant difference between chatbots. Gemini scored 34.1, that's solidly in the good range. The other 3 chatbots, so ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Grok, all landed in the fair range. And then the post-hoc done test and Bonferroni correction that we did confirmed Gemini significantly outperformed every other model. The reason was that Gemini was the only chatbot that consistently included references without having to be prompted to do so. The other lost points on sourcing and statements of uncertainty as well. On the simpler global quality score, there was no significant difference. All 4 models scored above 4. Gemini a perfect 5, ChatGPT and DeepSeek 4.75, and Grok 4.69. So from a patient's perspective, every chatbot felt good quality and generally helpful, but the detailed discern analysis reveals important differences. So why did Gemini win? As I said before, it was because it automatically added references and data that the patients can pull up if they wanted to, which is a core discern item. This matches what Zoe and colleagues found in 2025 with, they did a similar study on spinal surgery materials using ChatGPT and DeepSeek where it both scored fair. And there was another study that was also done by Mohammed Rahimi in 2024 that showed that ChatGPT only gave genuine citations when it was genuinely, when it was explicitly told to do so. Our key lesson is that prompt engineering matters enormously, and we used 0 extra prompts because we were trying to mimic what patients would do on an everyday basis. On readability, all models sat between 8th and 10th grade level. None met the 6th grade standard. So this is consistent with every other AI readability study we reviewed. So the limitations of this study was that this was a single time point snapshot in May 2025. We only looked at the English language and it was limited to 8 questions. Readability formulas also ignore layout, images, patient anxiety as well. So real-world comprehension might differ. Future work should test conversational follow-up, multilingual responses, and actual patient quizzes as well. Since our data collections, things have moved fast. So chatbots are shifting to native retrieval augmented generation, real-time web search, and verified medical databases are becoming standard. Developers have also hidden health and safety system prompts that automatically trigger pain language and empathetic modes. And we're seeing multimodal explanations, diagrams, and visual aids appear automatically for conditions like BCC. So this does change directly. This does address the referencing and readability gaps that we identified as well. So since our study, this is just a quick comparison of where each model was in May 2025 versus now in 2026. OpenAI has moved to ChatGPT-5 class models with Prism workspaces for structured referencing. Gemini now has even deeper native source linking. Grok 4 has improved real-time retrieval, although unprompted citations still need a nudge. DeepSeek has exploded in context window size, so it's great for analyzing big medical PDFs, but web referencing is still secondary. So there's been a rapid progress since then. And so have we solved the 6th grade target though? So not quite. Despite all the improvements, default unprompted responses still struggle to hit the benchmark. Large language models are trained on dense medical literature, so they default to jargon words as well, like epidermis or metastatic. The exciting path forward is adaptive literacy as well. So AI may be able to sense the user's health literacy level and adjust the questions dynamically and simplify the answer. So looking ahead, AI is evolving from public chatbots into true clinical co-pilots. I'm hoping to see conversational follow-up that actually checks whether the patient understands, and crucially integration directly into verified electronic health record portals, such as Epic MyChart AI Assistant and Oracle Health, where every response is grounded only in the patient's own chart and the hospital's guidelines as well. So the bottom line is AI is powerful, but it must always stay paired with clinician oversight to keep patients safe. To sum up, all 4 chatbots produce generally high perceived quality answers. Gemini significantly outperformed due to the quality and referencing. Readability is acceptable for high school graduates, but fails the 6th grade health literacy standard. The clinical implication is clear, so patients are already using AI. We must help the models improve. So developers need to embed health literacy defaults and automatic referencing, clinicians to teach patients safe prompting, and researchers to keep doing rigorous benchmarking. Thank you.